undertaker.
Hello, my name is Grant and I'm from County Funerals, and each week we post videos about the funeral industry and funeral related products. This week we're going to talk to you about ashes, cremated remains. The two biggest questions I get asked about ashes is what are they going to come back from the crematorium in and how much do they weigh? Well, every person weighs a different amount. You have big people, you have little people. So you have a large amount of ashes or small amount of ashes depending on how big the person is. As a general rule, it's about 3.5% of their body weight, which means your average woman would be about 2.5 kg in ashes and your average man would be about 3.5 kg in ashes. Now, what do they come in? So most crematoriums offer two simple choices. You have a polytainer or a cardboard box with a bag. Now a polytainer is this plastic container, just looks like this. Screw on lid. This will often come in a box and it'll have a sticker on the front just here with the person's name, the date they died, the date they was cremated and the cremation reference. The second option is a box. So it comes just like this, nice and simple cardboard box. Inside the cardboard box there will be a bag containing the ashes, just like this. Now, I often get asked what do ashes look like. So I have the ashes of a dear friend of mine here who's given me permission to show you ashes. So these are actual human cremated remains. This is how they come back from the crematorium. So they're sort of grey in colour, very fine. Just like that. So when you scatter ashes, that's what you expect to see. Now, what do you do with your ashes after you've been given them to your funeral director? So there are a couple of common options. Some people like to scatter their ashes, for which time they use a scatter tube. Scatter tubes are cardboard tubes, look like this. Now they come in various different designs, colours, shapes. You can have photographs on them, you can have bright colours. And they have a small perforation at the top. I don't know if you can just see that. But there's a little pouch. You can punch a hole there and scatter the ashes. Inside of here, these just sleeve out. And that is where we actually put the ashes. So the ashes will be in this bit. We put the lid on, just like this. And then there's the lid that goes around here. You punch a hole in the top and you scatter the ashes like so. They don't have to be round. Do them in square, much similar. Just like this. Square one. Same principle. Have a lid. Ooh. Lid with a perforation, sticks on, and you can scatter the ashes through the lid. Many people choose to keep ashes in these scatter tubes indefinitely. You just have to remember they are cardboard, they're moisture resistant, but they do soak up moisture, so you shouldn't leave them outside or in a garage or somewhere damp because they will soak moisture up. Lots of people that don't like to scatter the ashes like to have them interred. So for an interment, most people use a wooden casket, but you can use the scatter tube if you see fit. So a wooden casket just looks like this. And again, there's various different shapes, sizes, different colours of wood. They're all about a similar type of size. There's screws on the bottom. You undo the screws, you place the ashes in, the screws go back on top. Your funeral director should do this for you, but you can find both scatter tubes and ashes caskets online, places like Amazon. You can go into any funeral director as well. They'll provide you with just an ashes casket. You don't have to go to the funeral director you've used for the funeral, although more often than not you can have them at the same time. Lots of people like to keep ashes as well on the mantelpiece or at home, and they choose to go for an urn. So a very popular metal urn is this one here. We polished up. Have a screw lid, and the ashes will be loose inside. Now metal urns and wooden urns come in various different shapes, sizes. Most funeral directors will have a few on display and a catalogue for you to order them. They range from prices from anywhere from about £90 up to about £300, depending on what you want basically. Now, lots of people like to split up ashes because grandchildren or multiple children like to keep some, and they use things like keepsake urns. So you can either get smaller versions of the scatter tube that I showed early, or you can have little glass urns just like this. They're quite cute. They do lots of different metal ones as well in shapes of hearts, stars, or little statues. You can even get alarm clocks. They can put ashes just about anything. They can even make ashes into jewellery. So you can do that in two different ways. You can have ashes turned into glass. You can have ashes blown into the glass rather than turned into glass, or you can have the ashes put directly into a charm or locket so you can keep the ashes themselves. Some people like to keep ashes outdoors For that, we have sort of some outdoor urns. So we offer sort of bird baths, we offer plant pots, and we've had a hand-carved tiki made. You can just see them behind me here. So I'll do a little video showing you them. So these are the outdoor urns we do. You can see on the right there we have a bird bath. So the ashes are kept in the plinth of the bird bath. These come in various different sizes and colours and styles. You know, we do them in stone, in metal, in plastic, and you can have a sundial on the top, you can have a bird bath, you can have plants in there, so they're quite versatile. The benefits of them is, of course, you can move them. This is a hand-carved tiki that we had done by Tarquin, the tiki man, for a very good friend of mine. So this has got a hollowed out chamber inside where the ashes can stay. So this is made out of a lump of cedar, so this again can stay outside all year round or get taken in or moved, and the ashes are nice and safe inside. So that's just two of very many options you have about keeping ashes outdoors. The benefits of having an outdoor urn are great because when you move house or your children move home, they can take the ashes with them, so they're not in one place. Whereas if you have them interred, it's in a fixed place with a headstone, and that'll be there forevermore. Now, there are other possibilities with ashes, loads and loads and loads, far too many to cover in one video. So we here at County Funerals have had ashes put into fire bricks for steam engines and had the ashes go through a steam engine. We've had ashes put in the parachutes of drag cars and out the back of the track. We've had ashes put into rockets and sent up to the upper atmosphere, so when the rocket explodes, the ashes go up to space. We've had ashes put into tattoo ink, so people can have the ashes tattooed into them. Literally, the possibilities are endless. So you decide what you'd like to do with your ashes, then you go into a funeral director and ask them for help. If they say no, find another funeral director. It's as simple as that. Okay, you can do as many things as you like. I hope you enjoyed this little video about ashes. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If there's a specific video you'd like to ask, what does a coffin look like when it comes in? What do you do to a coffin nameplate? Pretty much anything you like, let us know in the comments and we'll do a video just for you. Remember, stay safe and we'll see you again soon.
I offer you 24-hour service. Call me 'cause I don't ever sleep.